What's going on, guys? ZombifiedGamer here, welcome back to This is the Police. Drug addiction in the city has increased by 38%. Rubinovich casino owner, we keep the nut jobs out. Moonlight Soccer Stadium hosts concert in honour of City Day. That's all the same shit too. There's a lot of slow news days these days. Even with a serial killer on the loose. I don't care if you're too tired, you're not going home. I don't think I'll promote anyone just yet. Keep the stripe. Come on, give me some action. Anything? Don't just make me sit here, doing nothing. That's boring. There we go. Roberta Lynn was crying hysterically as she reported that her neighbour had spent the past few days constantly using a power drill beside himself over the consistent noise. Her husband Derek went to investigate. He said the neighbour quickly fell to blows and Mrs. Lynn's husband received a stomach injury from the man's power drill. Derek Lynn was able to return home and lock the door, but the neighbour is currently breaking into their house and screaming like a lunatic. The frightened woman cried and pleaded into the headset. There were rumours that the man spent some time in a nut house, and I'm afraid the rumours are true. Just don't claim he's the dentist, whatever the fuck you do. I wish City Hall would actually give me a job to do so I can actually get on their good side. Because then they might actually give me some benefits. Oh fuck. A woman witnessed students running into a telephone booth and tearing out receivers. I think they're competing to see who can steal more of them. They put the receivers in the bags and run away. I might have to let them get away with that, because I have no officers. Jackpot, security pulled over a truck and doesn't want to deal. We don't want any extra noise. Send your guys over to sort the situation. No, I can't. So they're going to be mad at me slightly now. Let's just make everyone mad at me, that's the way to go, right? These officers are needed for official questioning. They will take a few days, during which time they'll be exempt from all duties. You're taking two of the officers that are on duty today. Assholes. I finally walked into the beach and noticed that a few surfers were gathered near the water, aggressively arguing with each other. Looked like they're about to fight. Well, they're gonna fight then. Numerous witnesses report that two big black SUVs are facing off in the centre of the city. Armed men exited the vehicles and started firing each other. And I can't go. All because the inspectors wanted to steal half of my squadrons a day. Two girls on their way home from a club saw a creepy male figure standing in the doorway. We ran quickly, but were afraid he'll get someone else. I feel like that's a false report. But it's all I can do, so fuck it. Shots rang out of a school dance in the gym, and one of the teachers fell to the floor with a hole in the stomach. Panic descended the crowd, rushed the exits. Nobody knows who fired the shot and what's going on, said one hysterical schoolgirl who witnessed the shooting. The clothing store next door had left an old mannequin in the doorway. A fucking mannequin. Seriously. What can my deputy do for me? Send your staff for training. Send employees for an informal outdoor party. Hire a snitch. To pay an employee to gather important information. Ooh, that might be useful. An experienced but retired detective will assist your investigations for a modest fee. 50 grand? You can fuck right off. Jesus. I'm not paying a fucking detective 50 grand just so we can look at a case. I don't give a shit who you are. No detective is worth 50 grand and I can't send them out to a shooting. Because they need 3 people. Kenya Anderson was the one who called it in. There was an older man smoking out on the street and 2 young men walked up asking for a cigarette. The man said he didn't smoke and a fight broke out. The old man managed to fend off his attackers until one of them pulled a knife and stuck the man in the chest. The perps disappeared behind the nearby green door. A red-headed hot dog seller tried to help him, but it was too late. Oh, civilians killed, that's no surprise. A few onlookers gathered around the crime scene. A red-headed man in white clothes is bent over the body and is doing something with it. A young woman runs up and says the attackers already fled. One of them, she knew it was the neighbour from apartment 207. Okay. All the walls in the second floor are painted with strange symbols. The decorations converge around apartment 205. I think they was hiding in both apartments. But no one died, so that's good. I didn't kill any officers today. Because that seems to be something I'm getting good at. Accidentally killing people. And that's not a good thing to be good at. Analyst. Most contraband passes through dockyard. Typically, yeah. Beat Buster's dance studio organises performance near Corn Monument. Didn't they want to tear that Corn Monument down at some point? Beauty contestant breaks leg. Oh, that's a shame. And that's all still the same. A watch pot never boils. Does if you apply heat to it. Maybe I should give the stripe to one of my detectives. Because it says that if you give a stripe to someone, they'll take their job more seriously. So maybe they'll actually try fine frames. Who knows? Oh look, I can make a request to City Hall. Just so it'll get rejected again because they fucking hate me. Sure, I'll do that. Let's see if they actually ask favours today. Because I do need some. A middle school student locked herself in the chemistry teacher's office and is loudly threatening to mix herself with a lethal cocktail and drink it. The teachers are afraid to break down the door and report that the girl has shown unstable behaviour in the past. According to one of the girl's classmates, I think someone's broke her heart, but I don't know the details. Seriously? Just move the fuck on. Don't kill yourself over someone else. There we go. Perfectly fine. Not gonna kill yourself over some stupid debacle with another person. Jack, we're having something happen today at the pawn shop at 16:39. That's a very specific time. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. I think 4 grand should be enough. Okay, that's not too far off actually. A cashier started fighting with a customer, asking her to show him her ID or he wouldn't sell her a bottle of wine. He then called the policeman insisting that there must be a fake ID. She just couldn't be 35 years old. I'll give her 29 tops. A saleswoman at a clothing store called to report a theft. A girl exited the dressing room wearing 4 t-shirts and made quickly for the exit. The scanner at the store entrance sounded its alarm, but the thief managed to slip through and ran into the street. Are you sure she was wearing multiple t-shirts and she wasn't just a bit fat? Because that's possible too. Jack, we have something going down today at St. John's Hospital at 18 o'clock. We wouldn't want any policeman crashing the party. I think £1 should be enough for such a request. So you got 2 things happening today, and one of them's about to happen. The woman's ID was legitimate. Of course it was. It's just someone judging age by looks and ignoring the completely perfect ID. Which happens all the fucking time, believe it or not. And I'm guessing that will be one of the things I have to ignore. 3 armed men attempted to rob a pawn shop, but the security system was too much for them. The doors all locked and the assailants are trapped inside. They're threatening to kill the owner unless they're immediately released. Okay, well I guess the owner's gonna die then. And that's the other one I need to ignore. Several hospital patients have complained that they've lost valuables and money. A van approached the bank and just as it was closing, 3 masked men jumped out and quickly opened the door and disappeared inside. Witness Betty Davis immediately called the police. She thought the criminals might be armed, but she wasn't sure. Let's go balls to the wall with this one. And bring them in. Thank you for doing as we asked. Here's £4 grand. Thanks for doing as we asked. Here's £1 grand. Well, you didn't kill any civilians, so that's good. Yeah, I can't get you any backup. But he was fine without it anyway, so... just hurry back, because we got public indecency in the park. Seem to be getting quite a few public indecency calls these days. I wonder what's going on. There's a couple elderly men sitting on a bench in the park playing strip poker. 5 people have already called in to file a complaint. I've never seen anything more disgusting in my life, said one Catherine Bethune. Is it because they're old and they're saggy and you just don't like looking at that? Because you can always avert your eyes.
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation.
One man victoriously jumps to his feet, throws his cards down on the bench, turns his bare ass towards the playground, and shouts, "I won." Throw a coat on him and arrest him. There we go. Why wouldn't you play strip poker in your privacy of your own home anyway? Unless they get off on the thought of people looking. Are they exhibitionists a little bit? Is that what's going on?
Boyd.
I don't have much time, so listen close. And we got him, Jack. The dentist is in our custody.
Wow. Congratulations, Ethan.
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure if it's our guy. But she's definitely the one who committed the murders in Freeburg. And it's a young woman.
Wait a second, did you...
A very large, very strong woman. What? Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jack, I gotta go. We've got a briefing. But, something's not right, Jack. Someone's leading us around by the nose. We'll talk later, okay?
Interesting.
I'd almost forgotten the feeling. The feeling you get when you stay on the sidelines during a major bust. But I don't think I'll be out of the game for long. Palmer had nothing to do with this. The dentist, whoever he is, was a gift box meant for me. It just got delivered to the wrong address. And I've got a hunch who packed the box.
And who do you think that is, Jack? Could it be Robespierre, for example? Because I don't know enough about him yet. He's a bit weird. But I'm going to leave it here. Leave a like and enjoy watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and goodbye.
You ain't scared. Yeah. Things that go bump in the night. Me. I got a zombie army, and you can't harm me. Yeah, hoodoo, bitch. Drink blood like a vampire without warning. Hoodoo, bitch. Stand up. Hide your kids, grab your wife, better get out of sight.